Hi, this is Mr. Barr, and this is the Math 1 Goal Number 1 Reason in Units Practice Test version 1.1. I can use units such as feet and gallons to find reasonable solutions to real-life problems. Okay, so we have this table, we got to fill it in. So I know that 4.5 inches is equivalent to 1/8 of a yard. That's given. I also know that 36 inches is equivalent to 1 yard. That's given to us in the table. So let's fill in the missing values. So let's start with something we know. We know that 36 inches is 1 yard. I know that 9 inches is how many yards? Cross, multiply, and divide, 0.25 yards. So 9 inches is 1/4 of a yard. Let's do it again. I know that 36 inches is 1 yard. 54 inches is unknown. Cross, multiply, and divide. X equals 1.5 yards, or 1.5 yards. It takes me 10 minutes to run a mile, which is probably pretty accurate. I'm not doing much running these days. This year, I plan on running 120 miles. How many hours will it take? So 1 mile is 10 minutes. 120 miles would be how many minutes? Cross, multiply, and divide. It's going to be 120 minutes. But notice it wants the answer in hours. How many hours would I spend? Well, 120 minutes, if I divide that by 60, I get 20 hours. So I'd spend 20 hours running. Stephanie is going to Mexico this summer. She is going to take $675 with her. Once she gets to Mexico, she will exchange the dollars for pesos. The exchange rate is 18.5 pesos for every dollar. How many pesos will Stephanie end up with? So I know 18.5 pesos equals $1. X pesos equals $675. Cross, multiply, and divide. 12,487.5 pesos. And I really do think I'm going to go to Mexico this year. My kids are saying they want to go to Mexico. And we all have passports now, so let's go to Mexico. After working for 63 hours, I made $793.80. How much money do I make per hour? 63 hours equals $793.80. 1 hour equals X. Cross, multiply, and divide. I make $12.60 per hour. Table below shows the time to cover various distances by several types of cars. So the Prius, the Corolla, and the Volt. They're going to go race or something. So the Prius can do 56 miles in 55 minutes. Corolla, 32 miles in 48 minutes. The Volt, 97 miles in 62 minutes. Determine the average rate in miles per minute, which is different. We're usually doing things in miles per hour, but miles per minute for each car. Miles per minute. Miles divided by minutes. Since per is division, I divided miles by minutes. Miles divided by minutes, miles, minutes, miles, minutes. So 0.02 miles per minute, 0.67 miles per minute, 1.56 miles per minute. So what do those numbers mean in the context of the problem? Well, it means that the Volt is the fastest car in this example, followed by the Prius, followed by the Corolla. The Volt traveled the fastest, followed by the Prius and the Corolla. I bought 3 gallons of milk. Each gallon contains 4 quarts. Each quart contains 0.946353 liters. How many liters of milk did I buy? Round answers to the nearest tenth. Okay. Well, I know that 1 gallon is 4 quarts. And I know that 3 gallons is how many quarts? Cross, multiply, and divide. 12 quarts. I have 12 quarts of milk. Okay? Well, I know that 1 quart is 0.94 liters. So 12 quarts would be what? Cross, multiply, and divide. 11.4 liters. And I have the same error here. Okay. I'm going to go and paint the exterior of my house. The guy at Home Depot told me that 1 gallon of paint will cover 400 to 450 square feet. Each gallon of paint costs $22.50. That's not even relevant to the problem. How many gallons of paint should I buy? Explain. and it should be the guy, not they guy. Okay, so here's one side of my house. It's 8 by 70. Multiply that. My area is 560 square feet of the front of my house. Here's the side of my house. 8 times 32, 256 square feet. Add those together, I get 816 square feet of house, exterior walls, but I've got to double it because I've got the back wall of my house and the other side wall of my house. So I have 1,632 square feet that I need to paint. If I assume that I can paint 400 square feet per gallon, I do 1,632 divided by 400 would mean 4.08 gallons. Or if I assume I can cover 450 square feet, well, then it drops down to 3.6 gallons. So I can't buy a partial gallon, so I'm going to have to round this up. So 5 gallons or 4 gallons. So how many gallons should I buy? Well, what do you think? I'm going to go with 4 gallons. 4 gallons of paint should be enough. If I put the paint on a little heavy, there's a slight chance that I'll run out, but it's pretty slight. Look, even if I put it on heavy right here, it's just barely going over 4. And here I've got well less than 4. So I think 4 is going to make it happen. When you do problems like this, just explain to me your logic and you'll be cool. Give me a good logic. You can justify the answer. Or how about this? I'm going to buy the 5-gallon bucket and save some money because it's cheaper to buy 5 gallons than to buy 4 individual gallons. So go with 5 gallons. Excuse me. My house is still 70 feet long, 32 feet wide, blah, 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 blah. What is the area of the house in meters? Okay. Area of my foundation in meters, so the bottom of the house. So remember, I can't. What you're going to do is you want to convert the lengths into meters first and then find the area. If you find the area first and then convert it into meters, although that's possible, it's probably going to mess most of you up. So convert it into meters, do your conversion first, and then find your areas. So here's 70 feet converted into meters, 32 feet converted into meters. I did cross multiply and divide. Here's my area, multiplying it together. So my area is 200, let me come up, 208 meters, 208.1028096 meters squared. The area is 200. Why did I round it to that? Okay. Why didn't I round it to 210? Come up here. Significant digits. 1. Significant digits. 2. I have to round my answer to 1 sig fig. Unless I had a decimal there, it's 1 sig fig. So I had to round it to 1 sig fig. 70 has 1 significant digit, so answer can only have 1 significant digit. I know, sig figs are weird. That's 10. It takes me 6.5 hours to drive from Redlands to Oakland, a distance of 430 miles. Excuse me. 1 mile is approximately equal to 1.62 kilometers. Use this information to fill in the table below. Round answers to the nearest tenth. So miles per hour is just miles divided by hours, which is 62.5 miles per hour. That's a nice one. Kilometers per hour. So do the conversion and then find kilometers per hour. So I'm going to convert miles into kilometers. So 1 mile is 1.62 kilometers. 430 miles is what? Is 696.6 kilometers. Now I'm going to do kilometers per hour. So 107.2 kilometers per hour. How about meters per hour? Well, I know 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. So 6.96.6 kilometers is 696,600 meters. Meters per hour, meters divided by hours. So 107,169.2 meters per hour. And now meters per minute. So 6.5 hours is 390 minutes. I multiplied 6.5 times 60, and now I'm doing meters per minute, and there's the answer. Okay, and my light went off, so it must be time for me to end the video. Bye.